Okay, we should be good to go right about now. Looks like the stream is healthy. That's very good. Hello to anyone who has shown up. Why is that not showing up? There we go. That's better. That's better. All right. I will probably just probably wait until someone shows up before I explain what I'm doing here. Might get one before too long, you never know. I mean, I could probably close that. And then hopefully this doesn't jump scare anyone. Might want to turn that down too. Okay, so I guess, yeah, maybe I should start by adding some strings. Sabinian, hello, thanks for joining in. I'm glad you can make it. I guess since you're here, a little bit of explanation on what exactly I'm doing here. So, I got a commission already. I'm sure you know this because they're on the same server as us, but, yeah, as far as what I'm doing for this stream, I'm basically just working on their commission because they gave me permission to do so live. So yeah, here I am doing just that. And I'm probably going to keep CPU and RAM usage to as much of a minimum as I can, considering the streaming context. But at some point later, I'm gonna go back and add some like live guitars here, where I've got just like the Ample Metal Hellraiser. And I'll probably use Tokyo scoring strings. Yeah, the evil guitar one, exactly. Maybe accented and then legato for down here. That seems logical. Okay, I should purge all samples, keep RAM to a minimum. It's very important that you do that. But yeah, at this point, I'm just, hello? Hello, Hana at night. Nice that you could be here. Thank you very much for joining. I'm just getting started, like, trying to finish up this, track that I've begun. I got, like, basically the rough instrumental sketched out at this point, but I'm trying to just add more to it, and I'll probably see if I can complete the entire sketch on stream today. But yeah, if anyone, I mean, don't be worried about distracting me, by the way. This is meant to be a very chill stream, so if you want to ask me anything about my process or even just like anything, it doesn't even have to be music related, really. But yeah, if you have anything you want to ask, just feel free to. I'd be more than happy to shoot the shit while I'm doing this. So, but yeah, anyways, I should probably, like, actually show what I've got so far. Hopefully everything is actually loaded in right now. I did have this loaded up for a little bit and played it a few times to make sure that all the samples I need are loaded in. But yeah, basically, I was asked to make an evil guitar song, and this is what I got so far. I think I'll get to that part later. Also, nice Singa style song. I guess it kind of does sound like that a teeny tiny bit. I guess only difference is I'm not using heavier 7 strings like Singa tends to. And I guess I didn't. It kind of. I think I was thinking more so of like some of James Paddock's songs, like especially "Yaw" from BTSX. That one I think comes through especially in that middle section there. But you know, I also don't want to go heavy on the mashing like Singa tends to. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, I said to Doppel, who's the person who commissioned me, that I was gonna have some strings playing the lead part. So that's basically what I'm gonna be writing out right now. Got to figure out what's a good melody to put here. Reminds me of when I put BTXX minis in the Arachno font. I hope that you mean that as a compliment, dude. Just kidding, no pressure. You don't have to mean it as a compliment. It does. It can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes, depending on like. I think it's very good for gussying up more basic midis, but I do think that it's like it gets to be a little bit overwhelming when you have like a lot of extra sound design done in general MIDI. Nice little Eastern wiggle on the notes. I mean, Double just asked me to make it sound evil, so for me that basically means like a lot of tritones and shit. I'm thinking about covering Ryo Yonemitsu's Falcom arrangements with YM2608, but I'm curious how you'd approach it. You know, funny thing, I think I actually kinda sorta did that at one point. Like my old East MMC5 covers were like based pretty heavily on the PC Engine versions. And yeah. Just do what you think sounds great is my advice, not even kidding. Thanks dude. Or wait, that wasn't for me. What the heck am I talking about? But just do what you think would sound good, basically. At the end of the day, you are the arbiter of your own style. I'd say that really like the most important thing to be getting advice from other people about with regards to like what to do with your music is like how to polish up the production and all that, which that's something I still kind of need to work on myself. Oh, I just realized my avatar is still holding the gaming controller. Here, sorry, you're gonna be seeing a little bit of behind the scenes for a second. Dang it, which one was it? Dang it, I can't remember how to change to the music one. I must have. Did I just forget to set it up? Oh well. That's fine. You can just pretend I'm controlling FL with a gaming controller because I'm just so good at this. Don't forget to nag others to listen to it and ask if it sounds good or not. I can attest that is very good. I do that like all the time. It's worked out great for me. Need to pump that up in the mix a little bit. Wait, what do I have that at right now? Or maybe I'll just actually bring these down by like so much. I bring these down to 12, just so that I can hear the strings a little bit better. Oh, whoops. Oh, constraint. I was thinking of that a little bit too. I was trying to not do the same thing though. There we go. Once you hear this in context, I'm sure you're definitely going to say that's an Unisuga move right there. But yeah, I also want to double that up, make sure that these sound nice and big. Wait, is it in mono mode right now? What the heck is happening? Oh, it's because it's in legato, that's why. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Turns out I actually need to do this a little bit differently. So here's what I will do. I'm gonna go ahead and get another instance of this in here. Okay, gotta purge them samples. I guess, I don't know, I'll put them on the drama preset, because why not? This will all get fine-tuned much later. I can work with presets just to get something started. You know what? After a few bars, you need to harmonize it with another melody a semitone above. Another melody a semitone above, just have like a constant crunch going on. You know, using the exact same strings VST as Zune does for Toho 20. Really? This he uses session strings too, eh? I guess good to know. I mean, I'm gonna be swapping this out with Tokyo scoring strings later. This is just because it's a little bit lighter on CPU and RAM right now. But yeah, I could... Alright, anyways, so here's what I'm actually going to be doing here. I can find the MIDI out. There it is. So, okay, what I need to be doing here is actually sending some different MIDI signals into Contact Player here. Should probably also like separate audio channels, but I can worry about that later. Okay, so, and then I should have input port set to 0, so that way MIDI out is sending MIDI to port 1. Okay, turns out that may not actually be the preset that I want. All right, I'll just do orchestral. That makes the most sense, really. I think drama is meant for like really suspenseful stuff, but that's not quite what I'm going for at the moment. Okay, and then bring that down an octave, and there we go. Now I got the separation proper. Oh wait, did I put those? I put those 2 bars too far ahead. I am dumb. All right, I think this part I will probably have them actually harmonize with each other proper. That's not sounding great. I basically just like decide what I need to do with the melody based on vibes, more or less. Wait, that's not correct. Oh, is that my work calling me? Sorry guys, hold on one moment. I hope I've got this at the right level that it was set at before. I couldn't find... I still don't have a mute key set up on my keyboard. I decided to do the melody based on vibes. Bro, that's how everyone writes their songs. I mean, maybe. I feel like there's probably a little bit less pure vibes being used by people who, like, actually went to music school. I'm just not one of those folks. That prod music, the whole point of it is to break the rules. Yeah. Right, you are. All right. I'll probably also have like an organ in the background. Like, I don't know whether or not I want it to be a church organ or like a rock organ for that part, but like either way, gonna have a bit of that in the background to like fill out the sound later. And then as far as the okay, so yeah, and then this is something that Doppel had specifically asked me to add. So here, let me just let me pull this bad boy up. All right, get oh wait, no, not that one. This one up here. Need to get Jordy's piano room because of course, me being the Dream Theater nerd that I am. Add an evil choir. I just might. All right. All right. They were very specific that I add this part here. I guess I'll just write one of these and then I'll duplicate it. There we go. All right. Oh, it's still stuck on palm muting. Whoops, that doesn't sound great. I promise this is specifically something that Doppel asked me to add. For those who aren't familiar, this is one of the motifs from Legend of Heroes 5. They wanted me to have, I think they were probably like yeah. I get the sense they probably were like hoping to commission a cover like of every future, but like with guitar. But I think that like because I have the specific clause in my form that I can't do covers, this is like a compromise maybe, which is like I'm like marginally more okay with this. It's more like it's It's based on the ideas, yes, but I'm still writing something original, so yeah. I just got to figure out how to work in. I gotta figure out how to work in the other motif from that game, which I'm sure I'll figure out before the day is through. I was using this as a trailer for a translation project. Really. So yeah, I think I might actually also add like really quick. I should probably main section. I'm willing to bet that honestly, like my senses are telling me that I should probably add an intro to this, like before this first section with the guitars and all. Okay, I'm gonna use this excuse in the future when I'm stealing songs. Sorry, the internet is bad over here, so my messages only show up after an eternity has passed. Oh, sorry about that. That's understandable, though. I also noticed they're not showing up in my OBS window for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. Probably gonna need to add like another string track onto that one, but right now should be good. See. Should probably also write out the drum part because this part is sounding a little bit empty without it. Does sound pretty evil. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. Alright, I think, yeah, I wanted to have like a crash and ride pattern going on top of that, so... like a tom, I guess. Should be good. Rise got to be my favorite percussion instrument. Indeed. Very, very good. Very versatile. Especially the way they're done in E1, M1 or something. I can see what you mean. Might want to... I'm not sure if I want to change this up yet, but I'll probably just like leave it as is for the time being. Figured this is probably the section that a choir would be fitting in. More than anything. Yeah. Distract from the oh, Lord. Alright, so here, I think I will actually add another track in here, but for different articulations this time. Let's see here. Maybe I should just keep this open, honestly. If I have to keep reopening it every single time, I'm gonna be getting, like, really sick of that soon. Yeah, should maybe get, some of this in here. Because I was shopping around some ideas... shopping around in my own head. I was shopping around ideas for what I'd like to have in this track. Also, for some reason the samples aren't purging and I don't know why. There we go. You know what you can also do? You can add like very subtle brightness synth notes around the ears. Probably, yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of shifting gears a little bit at the moment, but I'm kind of thinking of having like an intro, because Doppel had specifically sent to me like the intro of Jindo's arrangement for the Falcon Boss Zanmai as like an inspiration. Figure I'll probably do a little something based on that. Just something I don't know, probably not something too terribly long, maybe just like just get like some piano stabs to start with. Maybe I'll also have like a reverse cymbal as well. Oh, okay. I'm getting ideas. Oh, sorry. Of Every Future. That's what I meant. It's Jindo's Falcon Boss Zanmai range of Every Future specifically. That's what I meant to say. All right, whoops, I cannot edit that because it's not selected. Silly me. Okay. See, I don't know what the best way of doing like this sort of like tempo synced tremolo is with these string libraries, but I'm assuming this has got to be close, right? That doesn't sound great. I can probably polish it up later, but man, it's a little rough. Here, hold on, I'll fix that. No, that's too happy. That's too happy. There we go. Gotta get the flat second. Maybe if I change them all to spiccato, maybe that would be better. Or wait, no, it would have to be all staccato, I think. Except I can't change it while it's playing. That sounds better, actually. That sounds quite a bit better. Maybe if the spiccato is the higher velocity one? Let's see how that sounds. No, it's gotta be all staccato. Let's see. Oh, I should probably actually label this as well. Okay, sounding good, sounding good. Let's see here. Oh, whoops, there we go, okay. I should also get some. I think if these are accented enough, they won't be affected by the legato, and I can still do 2 on 1 channel. So let's just see here. Yeah, that's a little bit too high. I'll just have the 1B note. That should be fine. Hello, Kurzel. Welcome back. I'll probably get some. I can probably get some like orchestral percussion in there too, in a little bit, like a tubular bell or something. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the range over here. Thank you. Thank you very much. It sure is. I guess, I don't know, you could probably call it more of like a Hungarian scale, but, or like Hungarian minor? I don't remember what the, oh, hold on, wait, there's a thing for that. Tools. Was it not, I know that FL Studio has like a scales and chords thing in here, but I can't remember where it is because I almost never use it. That's not it. Snap to scale, maybe? Oh, here we are. Okay, there's the stuff. I guess it would be, I'm assuming it would be minor Hungarian. I could check. Maybe not, based on how the thing is looking. Whatever. I don't need that anyway. Oh wait, no, I had it set to the wrong one. That's why. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure, guys. I'm just gonna... Oh, what? Oh, no, that's not what I want. What the hell? Yeah, I need to, like... Black notes? Okay, there we go. That's what I need. Kind of funny how it's called H instead of B in, like, Germany and some Nordic countries. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about, honestly. I don't know, it's just some... I mean, then again, I still think that Europeans have very odd ways of naming, very odd ways of naming note lengths. Like, they use terms like quavers and crotchets for like eighth and quarter notes. A quarter note, I think, is a quaver, and an eighth note is a crotchet, I think. But then, in America, and I think probably a lot of other territories, we just call them quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, because that just makes a lot more... Honestly, I just think that makes a lot more sense, because it actually describes how long it lasts in the song, whereas a quaver and crotchet are, like... They require, like, more mathematical divisions, and also the crotchet term comes from the fact that one of the notes looks like a tool, or like a literal tool called a crotchet or something. I'm not sure what that's about, to be quite honest, but I know that some people kind of grew up learning music that way, and I'm not gonna be all like, oh, you learned it wrong. Like, as long as they're enjoying it and it makes sense to them. I'm not gonna be one of those alternative notation screwy people. What was I looking for again? Oh yeah, it was, so I was looking, I think, for... Dang it, it's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere, I know it. Okay, yeah, I put it in the, Yes, okay. It was in here. I had to, There we go, okay. Let's see here. The Rhapsody Orchestral Percussion, that's what I was looking for. Let's just do the 16-bit, because that makes more sense right now. Get the crowtails, why not? Or the tubular bells, specifically, that's what I was looking for. I think we called them in a European way over there, too, but I don't remember them either. Yeah. I only say that I have a... Oh, it's doing a thing. It's taking a while. This might take a second. I hope it's not screwing up the stream at all. I mean, it seems like the stream health is still good, so hopefully all is well. I haven't saved in a hot minute, though. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're fine. But yeah, let's see here. Are there snapshots for this? No, there aren't. Okay. Purge all samples. I don't think I need the crowtails. Just the tubular bells. I'll just keep it with like the stage mix for simplicity's sake. Like I said, I can edit the mic positions later if I need to. Okay, apparently I can't go to an octave above or below this. I'm limited to just one. Little bit lame, but oh well, what can you do? Probably get some brass. That's kind of what I'm kind of thinking of, getting brass in here at some point. That's the vibe I'm getting right now. Oh yeah, and I can also get the here. I should actually really have more MIDI out channels for this one. Get this synced to port 1. There we go. An evil tuba? Yeah, sounds like a good idea. I should have access to one of those. Oh, and I gotta make sure that the MIDI channel's set correctly. Get the cymbals. There we go. Man, it sure takes a long time to load these things, doesn't it? Okay, so maybe I might have the tam-tam for this. But I probably don't need the gong. Simple scrape might be good to have. Ride cymbal, maybe not. Oh wait, whoops, that's not what I want to do. There we go. So I think I'm crashing the ride cymbal right now, which is not what I was looking to have happen there. Yeah, gong is not something I need. What are these ones? Okay, interesting. I might could use those. But I think that the Viennese cymbal kind of has like a bit more of the texture that I want, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Yeah, what I should have for this actually is here. Configure. Need to set that to CC1 right here, because that is going to be the volume for the roll. Okay, edit events and piano roll. Sweet, okay. And then yeah, like when this... Actually, I'll probably like cut this length in half here. And then like end this off with like an actual cymbal hit. So that should sound right, I think. Oh, whoops. Okay, maybe a little bit too not quite the curve I'm looking for, but here. That's a little better. Okay, probably actually get, okay. Then I think like immediately after like this section is probably when I'll also introduce the actual guitar instruments. That's too low. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, then I'll get the okay, so here, considering that the intro to the main section is 2 bars long, I think it probably makes sense to go in like right after this. So if I just like lead into that with this thing, all right, here I gotta get back to the staccato. I also want to have like a diminished scale that these are going up, like for this final pass here. This is probably not going to sound great until I get these bottom notes put in place, but I gotta get, I want to at least try to get the diminished sound and see how it sounds. Or actually, maybe I should just try a different, okay, so if I try like okay, so then if I... Or maybe if I bring that up even higher and then like have another, maybe like this? Okay, now I'll break the pattern at the end here. Maybe have like a da-na-na-na, something like that. And then I think the main section had like a B flat in it somewhere. That should lead pretty neatly into... Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then if I get the accented notes in here... Probably not have him hold for that long. That's a little bit much. Alright, gonna take a shot for you. Technically, I already did like 2 already, but whatevs. Thank you, I guess? Oh, okay, I gotta push these back. Okay. Bro, just add orchestra hits. Probably at some point. I'm just getting like I'm getting like a bit of a slower build up on this. I like to take my time with this stuff. But yeah, if I decide that they would fit, definitely. Let's see here. Sorry if you can hear pops, by the way. I think my CPU is kind of frying. Okay, yeah, I gotta have like, I want to have like both the bass and the guitar like build up into this a little bit. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll probably have like, I think probably for this part I'll have like, I'll see if I can find like some like pick scrape sounds in here somewhere. Okay, you can stop. You can stop that now. You can stop that now. Stop it. Oh god, I think it's in like MIDI play mode. I forgot that was a feature of Ample Metal Hellraiser. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, not what I need right now, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Geez, where were like, I know there were like longer pick scrape sounds. It might not be anything that's like, I think this one might just have I think it might just have like the shorter ones, and maybe I need to it might just have the shorter ones, and maybe I need to like record those myself at some point. I'll just like put a placeholder here, I guess. Oh no, it's doing it again. God dang it. Stop it, please. Oh lord. I don't know, I'll just like put that like here-ish, maybe, just as a reminder for later that I need to add some recorded pick scrape sounds that like go for a little bit longer and like build up into it. And I'm basically just doing what I did for the Ragnarok cover again, more or less. Yeah, I will say as well, I do actually have an 8-string guitar, so I plan on like replacing these MIDI guitars with like an actual guitar at some point. I'm probably going to just do that by myself though, because I know that I imagine most people who would tune into a stream like this probably have a fair amount of patience. Don't know if they have a whole bunch of patience for me to like listen to me failing at recording a part over and over again, you know? I mean, I don't know. I tend to underestimate people's patience sometimes, so yeah, anyways. Wait, did I accidentally set the pickup wrong? Oh wait, okay, that's definitely not what I want. Dang it, I can never remember how to get the... Wait, huh? Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, I need this. But, like... I think that might just be for saving presets. I don't think that's what I'm actually looking for, but what I seem to have done by accident here is accidentally moved the fretting hand way up the fretboard, and that's not what I want to do, because it makes everything sound kind of bad, honestly. I know there's like a fret position force thing. Okay, there's like string force right here. This one I know for certain I can use. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, that will at least do something, I guess. There we go. That fingering is more like what I was actually envisioning right there. Probably also have some like toms building up in the drums in the intro too. Maybe like a... Okay. Yeah. A little bit of this going on. Get like a cymbal swell. It's probably an easier and faster way to do it like that, but I can be a little bit lazy sometimes. What the heck was that? Okay, whatever. And then here, just to be clear, I do have like the 5-tom set on this thing, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. So... And then the flexi was down here. Yep, there we go. All right. Okay, I have an idea. Wait, no, I had those offsets a little bit incorrect. There we go. There we go. I think that sounds pretty good. Still kind of need to add some more, like, still kind of need to add some more background stuff to the intro to, like, make the build up hit a little bit harder, but I think that, yeah, I think that I'm definitely getting there right now. Should save, definitely. Actually, you know, I'm gonna turn the volume up on these channels here. Add like a couple of decibels to the other instruments just because. Actually, I'd probably add tubular bells to this section too. Seems like a good idea. Actually, I just realized I kind of forgot which key I was in for a second. I'll try that, see how that works. And I can barely hear it. Oh my lord. Or maybe I shouldn't have those up so high. Thought maybe I might as well turn them up a little bit to make sure that, like, I'm not like increasing the volume of some of these, like, to the point that they can't be heard, the point that other parts can't be heard. But I guess if I'm just sketching right now, it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of... Dang. I was hoping I might have more, ideas by this point where to take this. What with, like, what I did earlier and all. I'm just starting to... It's starting to seem like... Because because like yeah, like Doppel specifically wanted like they put it like they want cage song motifs. So like I'm trying to also figure out how to incorporate the melody of Leone Frederick Richter in here. And like I know I want to have that more towards the end, but I don't know if jumping into it right away would be the best course of action. Okay, here. Well, I guess I think for what it's worth, like I got a fair amount of work done on this, and I think that like, you know, if I'm going to be hitting writer's block on stream, then I think there's another course of action I can take, which will hopefully still keep things interesting for later. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put this project on pause, and we're instead going to transition over to some chiptune. So this will I'll definitely probably work on this like within the next few days, like to get it a little bit more complete. But for now, I think I'm going to open this bad boy up and start working on a cover. I had an idea not too long ago, actually, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do this. And I got some samples loaded into it already for this one. But basically, yeah, I do just like randomly like, yeah. I'm sure you're glad you stuck around for this one, Sabinian. But yeah. So I guess for a little bit of context here. I recently, like, usually when I'm going to work, I will tend to like download random arcade VGM packs and then like listen to them like while I'm on my way there or like during breaks. And not that long ago, I took a listen to the soundtrack of Marvel vs. Capcom, and the Hulk theme in that one in particular stood out to me. Had to do a little bit of research. Apparently, it is I can make out theme of Hulk out of that tiny text. I'm sorry that the text is so small. It's just that it's on like a 1440p monitor, and I don't want to crowd up the I don't want to crowd up like too much of the interface. I guess I could probably set it to a slightly higher size of thing. Actually, just super quickly, I'm going to see if I can get like a slightly larger text thing. Let's see, PP Gothic. Let's see how this looks. I might not have set this correctly. Okay, yeah, this should be a little... Like, I didn't set the offset on this one properly, so I think some of the text might get cut off at the top here, but, like, it should be slightly easier to read, I think. Yeah, hopefully one of these days I'll be able to fix that. And I still got the size 12 text for the actual tracker itself. So, let's see. My favorite song in MVC is Captain America's theme. It's amazing. I mean, normally I'd probably be able to make it out just fine if I wasn't drunk. I mean, I'm also on a 1440p monitor, streaming in 1080p, and even then the Windows like doesn't even take up the whole screen. So I don't blame you if you can't make it out. But yeah, Captain America's theme is also really good. That one actually originates from Marvel superheroes. As it turns out, a lot of songs in Marvel vs. Capcom are... Like, the Marvel ones specifically are, like, remixes of songs that had appeared in prior Marvel Superheroes fighting games. Like, obviously, Marvel Superheroes, then Marvel Superhero versus Street Fighter, and then they got remixed into Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, actually, I did, like, a little bit of research on this. There's some information on it on the Capcom Wiki, actually, where, like, a lot of the Marvel songs... Like, I know for a fact that Yuko Takehara and Masato Koda were the composers for Marvel vs. Capcom specifically, and they wrote the original songs, of course, but they also arranged, like, the older legacy Capcom songs. Captain America's Synth Brass Makes Me Ascend. Yeah, I think that's from the SC-88, if I remember correctly. Yes. Every other version of that theme came out later as garbage. Or wait, are you talking about like the Are you talking about like Marvel vs. Capcom 1? Or are you talking about like Marvel Superheroes or Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter? Because it's the same song, all three versions, and even the arrangement isn't changed between any of them. Anyways, all right, I'm getting like really sidetracked. Anyways, so yeah, beforehand I'd gone into Hoot Player and like separated out all the stems of the track here, so that should hopefully make for an easy time actually covering it. And then yeah, there's a drum track down here. So actually I should probably put that on the bottom here. But yeah, I can start with that and then just kind of go from there. I think it just kind of makes the most sense to... Oh wait, what? Not that one, not that one. Yeah. So yeah, I got some samples from the Ensoniq SQR that I got in the mail recently, in case anybody's curious about the source. Then I just gotta get that. I'm wondering whether I should... Yeah, start with the drums and bass. Just makes sense, yeah? Occasionally, if I'm feeling frisky, I'll start with the melody first. Oh, you're talking about the MVC version and the Infinite one from the newer games. Okay, fair enough. I haven't heard those ones, so I'm just gonna have to kind of take your word for it that they suck. Probably not use this third SSG channel, so I'll just... okay. So here. Okay, okay. Oh, no, wrong one, wrong one. I should probably maybe just remove that one, honestly. Like, it's, I thought it might sound good in context, but it kind of doesn't. Set the step to 2. Okay, okay. You're wondering if the stem splitting counted as cheating? No, it's not cheating. If it helps, then, like... I mean, like, if I don't have access to the stems, then, like, I will just, like, arrange by ear. That's basically what I have to do for all of my Undertale and Deltarune covers, because, like, you know, like, there's no stems available for those. But, like, most of those are simple enough, and... Most of those are simple enough that they're not that big of a deal to cover. Or, then again, I say that, and I had to find, like, a MIDI file on VG Music to cover Rude Buster. I mean, yeah, I just feel like I'm not getting good like this, if you know what I mean. I think you're getting good, dude. And I mean, heck, like, if it makes you feel any better, hold on. Like, I have quite a few songs that I, like, literally... If I'm covering from a MIDI file, I will just straight up open them in Sekaiju and, like, take a look at the instrument data. Oh, hold on, that's a secret. But yeah, like, the, here, let's see. Oh yeah, the snow cover that I did from Monarch, it's literally just this. I can just, like, open it up and take a look at the notes, and then just transpose, and then just write them down in either MML or tracker format. Like, as far as I'm aware, or as far as I'm concerned, like, if you need to split stems or look at MIDI, that's not cheating. It's totally fine to do that. And honestly, I think the idea that there is such a cheat, it says, the idea that there would be such a thing as cheating when it comes to video game music, I think or making video game covers like this, rather, I think is kind of silly. Yeah, I'm also gonna go ahead and bump these down and edit the drum kit, because I want to have, like, another pitch for the tom, actually. And then, okay, get the low tom there. High, yeah, high in these, dang it, I'm screwing this all up. There we go. Okay, and then I'll have, like, a lower pitch for that one, maybe? So let's see how that sounds. Maybe I'll have that be a low tom, but with a slightly higher pitch. Maybe I'll bring that up to G. Yeah, the synth that I got these from only had like 2 tom samples per set, so I'm kind of just working with what I got here. Okay, anyways, so yeah. Dun, dun. See, I know I haven't played the song yet, but that's just because I've already heard it so much, and I have a fair amount of it just like living in my head rent-free right now. I just like setting all my samples as individual instruments, to be honest. I feel like it's handy for toms. If I'm going for like a higher fidelity system, yeah, I will absolutely do that. Like, I mean, and also like especially for any systems that can't alter the pitch of their samples on the fly, like Neo Geo, Sharpix 68000, those all have like a single pitch they can play their samples at. So it just makes sense to have multiple samples for like every pitch that you need. But yeah. Okay, I'll probably add a bass right about now. Oh, actually I could probably stand to use some some cymbals rather. Let's see. I'm just gonna borrow them from here because why not? Or actually no. No, those ones aren't gonna be able to get high enough. I'll use these as placeholders for now, because why not? And then, this is a lie. I don't think that, like... So, like, in case you're wondering why they're called Sono, I took these from Gao Gao 4th on PC98, just, like, reverse engineering the PSG percussion that was used in those. But, like... He didn't ever use a ride cymbal via PSG. In fact, I don't think he ever used a ride cymbal, period, in any of, he being Hiroaki Sano, the composer for that game, and Mime, Valkyrie, the Power Beauties, Frontier, Marine Rouge, games like that. But yeah, like, this is kind of a lie. He didn't have a ride cymbal, this is just something I made. So, let me see here. So yeah, just pretty standard. Pretty standard. Should be easy. Gotta go up to this top octave over here. If I can get to the register view as well, that would probably help. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but like register 4 under the TI SN76489 is like the pitch of the noise. And like the higher the value is, the lower the pitch is. So I'm just trying to find like a good sounding pitch that I can stick to for the rest of the song. I think maybe 8 and 5 will be fine, and then maybe 2 for the hi-hats. I actually want to try reverse engineering Kajihara's SSG percussion elements. I think if I remember correctly, they use hardware volume envelopes. Cause here, actually, yeah, let me check that really quick. I can just do that. Because I hear them a lot in games that use this driver, especially the Toho games, like you mentioned earlier. But let's see. Gynax right here. I know for a fact that Princess Maker 2 has them. For the part-time job song, Arubaito right here. Let's see. Or not? Is it not going to play? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, that works. Why is this game not working? Crap. Well, I've kind of humiliated myself here, haven't I? Well, then again, I actually can use this as an opportunity to show that I was doing a lot of like XML editing for Hoot Player to like remove duplicate company names. I shared this on the Josh W forums as well. So like if anybody needs like a cleaned up set of XML files that includes arcade games and PC games, or Western PC games, IBM PC games, you can find it there. I put a few days of work into that. It was pretty tedious, but yeah, I did it. I'm pretty proud of myself. Regardless, anyways, what I was actually trying to do here was get the cymbals set up. So it'd be F7 and I think G#7 for the pitches here. And get like 2 for the hi-hat. I think that was how it was. Okay. Oh, whoops, those aren't fixed. There we go. Yeah, I think maybe now is a good point for me to add some bass in, because why not? Let's see what I got here. So yeah, there's a lot of instrument folders I have here, but I should mention a lot of these are very incomplete right now. I'm hoping I can complete them at some point. But regardless, and if I don't find anything I want in here, I'll just go to Hoot Player and show you how I get patches from that. Just in a quick and dirty kind of way. Maybe I'll go to Microcabin. I think they have some decent sounding finger basses, because that's what I'm looking for with this song. That stem is, by the way, grouped together with the guitars up here. So let's see here. Oh, ow, sorry about that. Oh wait, actually, you know what? No, not Microcabin. There's a different set that I have that I think would be even better. I think if I go to, yeah, here we are. Yeah, I love Yoichi Shimizu's patches. At least I'm pretty sure that Yoichi Shimizu has these patches. I could be very wrong, because we don't really know which composers between him and Masaki Sugo, or we don't know their respective styles, but I'm pretty sure this is Yoichi Shimizu's, just based on my favorite when working on FM chiptune is when I get tinnitus jump scare all of a sudden. Yeah, happens a lot. I'm sorry that I have to inflict that on you guys. I'll try and be more careful about that. I probably might have like scared some people away with that even. Let's see here. Boo. Okay. Send it like that, maybe. Actually, maybe I'll like portamento that one. It's a little bit too low. Okay, let's see. Okay, I may have made a mistake by grouping the bass in with that, but I can just open that up in here. It's fine. Just to double check. Yeah. There we go. So I'll turn all of these off. I know that the bass is this channel right here. At least I think it is. All right. I think that was it. Let me double check. All right. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the right instrument set there. I had both a slide and a regular pick bass, and I was using the slide for this whole one. These arcade machines that are damn soft panning. I should probably also set a volume for this so it's not going to be too blaringly loud through most of this. Okay, that didn't really go up nearly as high as I was hoping it would. Too high, okay. All right. That's more like it, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, dang it, okay. I don't have my favorite power chord sample saved, but it's fine, I can find it. I know exactly where to find it. I think that the thing is in here. Just gotta find the Dojin soft thing. There it is. PC9801. Just gotta find the Actually, wait, I just realized there might be some stuff to fix in here, but it's fine. I gotta find Flame Zapper Kotsujin. There's the Toho games. I could have sworn that Kotsujin was in here somewhere. Oh wait, no, here it is. There. Alright, it was gonna be the... Oh yeah, Gigantic Gerdner, that's what I'm looking for. Then I open up Hoot Voice Ripper. Alright, so yeah, this patch right here, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I need for the power chord goodness. Ah, excuse me. Flame Zapper Kotsujin is absolutely based. You are so right, dude. So yeah, this is not the most efficient way that I could do this, but like just for the sake of getting it in here as fast as possible without having to go through like a million programs, might as well just do it this way. Okay, 6, 2, 3, 6, 2, 1, 7, 3, 16, 17, 31, 17, 0, 15, 15, 0. Oh, 7, 0, 7, 0, 1, 4, 0. Oh, what, is it not on the right channel? Oh, it's on this channel 3. That's why it wasn't playing. Ow, that's loud. I mean, it's maybe a little bit louder from. It's hopefully like not as loud for you guys as it is for me. I actually might turn this up to like minus 6.7 dB. That's like about as loud as my talking is. So hopefully it shouldn't be too loud. Just let me know if I need to turn it down. But yeah, let's see. I had the power chord on the same channel, or on the same stem as the bass here. So let's just see here. Okay. Okay. All right. I just set up all my output driver TLs to 11 or 8 or 9 for leads and bass so that it wouldn't melt my ears while working. It does end up in the song sounding rather quiet when exporting, though. Oh, hey Seb, nice you could be here. I'm so glad that you decided to join us. I hit a little bit of a roadblock with the first song I was going for, so I'm just doing this to like shake off the writer's block. So yeah, and then here, this is kind of one of the most tedious parts of doing a tracker thing proper, but like setting up these note cuts for each thing is is a big part of the process here. But yeah, like for what it's worth, like MML is a little bit harder to learn, but it can automate stuff like this a lot more easily. This is a little bit tricky on the other hand. Okay, I need to set that to like 1, I think. I think I might have like a slight echo effect here. Oh, ow, that's not what I meant. Sorry. Actually, I'll just like copy this and then just change the notes where appropriate. All right, all right. All right, let's see how it sounds here. That should be good. That should be good. Actually, I'll probably put some vibrato on that, because why not? As we all know, putting vibrato on things that don't need it in Genesis music automatically makes it better. Oh, that needs to go down, actually. That's maybe a little bit fast. Maybe if I change it to 46. Yeah, you get it, Savinian. You get it. That's too slow. Maybe 57? Maybe? Vibrato 453, I love it. Maybe like, or actually maybe 66, perhaps? Yes, hi Seb, I see you there. Thank you for coming. Sounding like counter hardcore? A little bit, yeah. Oh yeah, I think I got that vibrato perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, okay, don't need that one open right now. So, I should turn on a light in my room really quick. It's getting dark. I just realized. There we go. Thankfully with the color calibration I did on my monitors recently, they're not too bright in here. So if I did keep the lights off, they wouldn't burn my eyes out, but yeah, maybe still not the best idea to work in the dark like that. Oh boy. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear this, by the way, but like I've been dealing with like a neighbor directly upstairs from me who just like, they just won't stop making noise. It's like this 11-year-old kid who like I sometimes hear up there. It may be dark in your room, but you light up my world. Oh, thank you so much. But let's see. Should probably just like move on to the verse section here. I would like to add the lead guitars, but I can save those for a little bit later, I guess. So it's like da 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 da. Okay, I think that's how it is. So yeah, I like having that extra little bit of echo in there too. 6F. Ah. Oh wait, nope, that's getting a little bit too proggy. Not what I'm looking for here. Oh, what's the time over here? Sorry, I didn't see that earlier, Savinian. It's like 3:46. Yeah, it just gets dark that early. Do 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 do. I can't remember. I don't know which note comes before the do-do, so I gotta double check. Again, I really should have separated these out further. 4:46 a.m. lol. God dang, dude. I mean, I would imagine that it gets like that most places during winter, you know? Or at least for us folks up on the northern hemisphere. I'm sure that Australians are are enjoying their long and sunny days right now. You know, for the Australians who enjoy the long and sunny days anyway. I can't expect everybody to enjoy summer like some people do. I promise this is for science. Okay, it's just some E shredding, that's all. Okay, why didn't that take? Okay. Okay. So yeah, just copying that straight up was indeed the correct choice. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I'm so gassy. Ugh. Gross. Alright, I need to be listening to the bass more. Oop, too low. Wait, do. Oh, the tritone movement. Very evil of you, Coda. You know, working on these chiptune covers really makes you appreciate bass more as an instrument. Indeed, it is a very foundational element, at least for, like, you know, most genres. Pardon me, my hair's in my headphones. But, you know, sometimes it's, and, like, you know, I definitely think that there's, like, a lot of music which maybe relies on it a little bit too much. But, like, you know, it's like, when when it comes to FM, like, you can't resist a good bass. Like, it really is, like, 90% of the, or at least in most cases, it's like 90% of the good parts of FM music, really, is just the bass. So it's a lot like modern hip-hop in that way. Yeah, I just need to make sure I'm not missing like a low down E note. Okay, seems like I'm good there. Unlike modern hip hop, it sounds good though. Well, dang. Civilians in my chat starting flame wars. Watch out, hip hop enjoyers. I mean, I don't want to throw shade. I don't want to throw shade at modern hip hop. It's not a genre that's for me, but like I get why people like it. Yeah, I mean, whole thing's way better to remember. I should listen to it more. Yeah, I think like definitely this one specifically. Like technically speaking, this is a rearrangement of the Marvel Superheroes version, which was composed by Yuki Iwai. And like there's a part like toward the end of the loop that sounds especially EY-esque, but yeah, I definitely think that Coda's reinterpretation is like way better than the original, at least as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I agree. You definitely should listen to honestly all of Marvel vs. Capcom's OST. It's very, very good. I do kind of miss Capcom's signature Roland LCD1 guitar. They replace it with this kind of thinner sounding lead guitar, which I don't think is quite as good, but they make it work with the sound font here well enough. Okay, I should probably like put the drums in now. Okay. Okay, I can just copy it straight up into the next one. Oh, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs? I, oddly enough, have not really heard that one yet, but I really need to fix that at some point. Like, I need to get all of Capcom's Q sound library under my belt. Oddly enough, one that I recently listened to because I like the Genesis version is the Saturday Night Slam Masters soundtrack. It's pretty good, but I feel like the mixing is like really, really subpar in comparison to the Genesis version. Like I like, especially for it's like, I don't know, the Eagle guy. Hold on, I can scroll up and find it. It was Gunlock, actually. Yeah. So yeah, Gunlock's it's got the MMX guitar, very good. But yeah, Gunlock's theme like has like this very high guitar sound, whereas in the Genesis version it's in like more the range you'd expect from a guitar, and it also just sticks out way more, and it has like a more appealing texture to me. Like this, oddly enough, sounds like the rhythm guitars are taking up way too much of the mix in the arcade version. But yeah, Genesis version I think is definitely where it's at with Saturday Night Slam Masters specifically. That's just me though. Oh, I gotta go back up. I'll try not to blow your ears out again. I'll probably have to take out that shaker sound. It's a little bit subtle in the mix in the arcade version anyway, so I can probably afford to drop it. And I'll get the hi-hat. Oh, cowbell. Wait, what are you talking about with cowbell? There's no cowbell in this track. Bruce Dickinson is going to be very disappointed. think I'll do that. That one makes sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sounding so good. Sounds so good. Okay. So I think. All right. So another thing that I kind of want. Where did I put the new? Oh yeah, these ones. Okay. Yeah, I made these last night specifically in preparation for this. I've used one of these patch variants before. I should really label these proper. Yeah, 2 different variations of the same like lead guitar patch that I made from scratch. Basically the main difference between them is I wanted to, like, this low one has like a feedback level coming in at like an octave above the note. So if you play it like down low, whoops, wrong channel. I should probably also like increase the delay here for the vibrato. It's a little bit low at the moment. But yeah, like the feedback like comes in, it has like an octave above the root note. Meanwhile, with the high one, it's going to be like at the same note. So it's like more accurate to how like an actual guitar would behave. I figure like having 2 different patches for this will probably like give a little bit more of a lively sound to it. I'm a little bit unsure about like how it sounds like down here, like before the feedback comes in, but it'll probably be okay. So let's see. I'll go back to the lead split for this one. And, oh, I had these at a low level, even. Okay. Oop, that's too loud. Maybe I'll get it like 75. Or no, 72. 72 is probably better. Oh wait, no, this is on the wrong side. Maybe I'll slow that down a little bit so you can hear the pitch bend better. Right, yeah, if I cut off the slide a little bit better. Actually, I'm gonna get like a little bit more realism than even the original had with this one. There we go, there we go. I feel like I'm sorry I keep playing the same part over and over again. I just feel like I'm trying to like figure out what else I should do here. Do. Playing the same part over and over is based. It's one of the realities of music production, I guess. Just gotta really iron out all the kinks. Make sure that you know you like what you're hearing. That said, I think I will probably increase the volume on this again. Alright, maybe I'll probably put that at like 50. Maybe also shorten the bending just a little bit. I'm trying to get like a very guitar-like bend here. Or vibrato, I mean. That's what I mean to say. Hope that sounds good. Sounds good to me. I think I might actually alter some of the, I think I might, like, make that cutoff a little bit sooner. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. MU2000 Dojin covers, huh? I need to listen to more of those, honestly. Like, the things you can do with the MU2000 are really cool. I should try doing that even. Like, I have an MU2000, actually. which I like just one of my many synths in my growing arsenal in my quest to like have the biggestest library of old samples for like Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy Advance style music. Is the yeah, the problem is like older SSH stuff. Got it. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Okay, and then yeah, I'll just like go ahead and copy it to the other channel and then just change the notes where necessary. Oh, and I also accidentally lowered the volume on the second one. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, just put that to the other stereo channel. Oh wait, whoops. Also, Legend of Xanadu Clean Dojin album, which has a few cool Dojin MU2000 songs. I think I might have heard one of the things that you sent in like the Retro Falcom server actually. Oh yeah, that's sounding good. That's sounding good. Even despite knowing the key. I think just generally speaking, it's good to have like a good sense of what sounds like nice together. Like even if I don't remember the exact notes, I can still like generally tell that like when you harmonize in thirds, it generally sounds good no matter like where you go. Same with sixths as well, which are basically just like if you harmonized 1/3 up and then drop that harmony down an octave, you'd get like an even wider version of basically the same sort of harmony. But it can sound even better in the right circumstances. Actually, I remember one time on the Resident Union server, I made like this impromptu cover of like Cave of Groans intro from East 9. Because Arvin was making or You're Finished for, I guess, for anybody who like knows him from his YouTube channel. He was making a cover of Cave of Groan. I don't remember if he ever posted it, but like he had the intro harmonized in thirds, and I was like, hey, you know what would be kind of cool is if you like start in thirds and then like as it progresses you open it up to harmonize in sixths instead. I can probably demonstrate that later. Right now I'm a bit busy with this, but yeah, trust me, like the effect is actually really cool when you like open up your harmony like that. It's really nice. Oh, actually, I should play this in the context of the entire thing. I should probably actually make him a little bit softer. They're a little bit too loud right now. Actually, maybe I should lower that RR so that way I don't get like the unnecessary square. Oh, this one's still in 75. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, there's like a little bit of a, I guess there's a sort of like a chugga chugga into the lead up for the second part. Problem is it doesn't really work that well like that. Can't really get like a proper chugga chugga with this. I'd probably need to. Yeah, that one doesn't really work either. I'll figure out something for that later. I'll just not worry about it right now. Dang it. Okay. Oh yeah, and I also need to put this in the center. Which, or actually, I guess I can probably move that back to, probably move that back here, actually. Yeah, I practice it a lot. I love me some good voice vibrato. I love vibrato on anything, really. Maybe put it here. I think there's like a, I think it's supposed to be like a fast pickup or something. And then if I think it was like the values are. If you're wondering why I'm choosing these specific values for volume, by the way, it's just because like that's what they correspond to for like the old versions of the Mucom 88 driver, aka Falcom's early driver. Like here, I actually have like a spreadsheet for this. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys just how freaking nerdy I am. Let's see. Yeah, I do make quite a few spreadsheets. Sabinian can attest. I've made plenty of spreadsheets about a lot of different things. Okay, yeah, here, let me bring this on over. But yeah, like right here, I've got, zoom in so you can see a little bit better. But yeah, basically, these are like the preset volumes that like Falcom games will usually have set. I'm assuming that these would be like the volume levels that are input in the MML program right here, where they go from 0 to F, with F being like the quietest. And then, yeah. And then these are the levels that they actually correspond to when you look at the registers in like Hoot Player. And so yeah, this right here is basically what I set the volumes to when I'm like trying to recreate that. Of course, I don't need to do that, obviously, but it's just like it's nice to have like a kind of base to go off of, like when figuring out like rough volume levels here. Oh wow. Oh, that was bad. That's a little bit too fast of a pitch bend. And then I just do that little pitch drop at the end. Maybe I might actually pull the delay back even. Oh, okay, that's why that was happening. It's because I didn't do it for both of them. Silly me. So yeah, a delay of 50 I think seems fine for this. Actually, I think I might need to make it like a little bit more extreme for this one. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now it's actually sounding more noticeable. So yeah, this is the part where I'll actually want to change that, because this melody is different. All right, and I'll get that put in there, get it like on an echo. I think 65 is roughly okay. 5F 62 65. Okay. Yeah, they're already on the right track. That's very good. Actually, that's too slow. I think I will keep it at E122. I also got to set the detune properly. Actually, maybe I'll set it to like E84. Yeah, I don't want the values of the I don't want the pitch of the echo to be exactly the same as the bass note, because then otherwise you get like phase cancellation, and that you can hear that happen a lot in like early Falcom games because they didn't detune their echoes, so you just kind of get the waveforms canceling each other out, and that doesn't sound very good. Right, did I say early Capcom? I meant early Capcom NES. It does kind of happen in their arcade games too, but like it's not really as noticeable. That was bad. See you later, Sabinian. Thanks for stopping by. It was great having you here. I think it does sound a little bit better right there. Dang it. Okay. So I gotta get that moved over here again. I'll get this pitch corrected here. Oh, wait, whoops, that's not what I want. Oops. Actually, maybe I shouldn't center the echo. Actually, I should probably switch the order, keep it more consistent. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's actually not sounding very good in context. I might need to swap out the tom samples here. Might need to resort to FM toms for this one, possibly. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. I think that's what it's doing, but I need to double check. Doo doo. Oh, whoops, that's not what I want. I think that's it. Do, 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 do. Why is this not playing sound all of a sudden? Oh, because I'm an octave low, that's why. Let's see, I should probably get the power chords back in here. All right. I think that was it. Do 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 do. So that is just like one. Okay, so yeah, no extra strums there. It's just one note. Do do do. Do 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 do. Whoops, that's too low. Do. Yeah, I don't really need that pitch bend in there, do I? Actually, I should probably lower this volume down a little bit. Dang it, I can never seem to find the right keys on my keyboard when I need to find them. Ugh. Oh wait, I think there was like an echo in this track as well that I could probably take advantage of. So wait, actually, I should really check the thing again. Okay, okay, that makes sense. This is reversed. Okay, okay. So I need to get like a softer sound for this, and maybe bring it down to 62 for the echoes, perhaps. Them single channel echoes. I live for this shit. So yeah, I gotta have that blue note bend at the end. Sounds like good baby making music. It does? Are you sure about that, Seb? This is like throw down in an alley type music, not baby making music. But I guess if it works for you, hey, who am I to judge? Oh yeah, I can probably have the oscilloscope on. I just realized it wasn't on this whole time. Might be satisfying. That's still at 72. Do I want to have a different one for this? I'm glad you're grooving. Oh, fuck. Whoops. I don't know how that happened. Maybe if I do it like... Will I have room for that, or will it screw it up? Actually, sorry. I am kind of noticing that, honestly, the toms do sound a little bit better when they're getting covered up by the other instruments a little bit. I feel like if I went to swap these for some weaker toms, they just wouldn't cut through enough. So, yeah, these were actually the good choice. So I really should also apply the panning to this. I'll actually put this down at 40. All right, this is good, this is good. All right. Alright, definitely gotta get the bass in here now. Oh, whoops, that's muted. Okay, gotta go back to pattern 1 after this. Here, let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, if I change it to that, it'll probably be a little bit better. That kind of gets roughly to the same point, so yeah, that's actually good. Oh wait, whoops, I meant to go up first. My bad. Too far. If I do like 20 up, 30 down, I think that should be fine. Maybe it went down a little bit too far. I'll try 28. That should be a good happy medium. Alright, I guess now the question is, what sort of bell instrument do I want to have playing that, like, arpeggio over the top? That very EY thing I mentioned earlier. Probably, like, put in a PMD thing just as a placeholder. I don't tend to rely on these as much as, like, some people might, because I think there's, like... I like to have more specific patches for stuff like this, but I think that for the time being, this will probably work. Ooh, that's loud. That's loud. That's very loud. Yeah, none of those are really what I'm looking for. I'm gonna try... Actually, hold on. Is there like a synth bell that I saved in here somewhere? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh well, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. All right. Okay, I should probably actually get the drums in this part as well. That'd be good to have. think I will actually probably knock everything down by like 1 notch on the volume levels. Maybe except for the power chords. Those are already kind of quiet as is. Is it 5D or 5C? It's 5C or 5D. Yeah, I can't speak. Oh god, and now I'm gonna have to replace all these. Interesting. Okay. There we go. Maybe I'll like move those up by like 1. Oh, hey, Luke. It's nice that you could show up. I'm just working on some chiptune stuff right now. Yeah, hope you're doing well yourself. Hope I didn't, like, miss if you sent me any messages earlier. Yeah, I'm working on a song from from the first Marvel vs. Capcom game right now, because I listened to it recently and I liked it. Alright, I think that probably this one's gotta be the channel that the echo gets applied to here. Also, sorry about the speedy up song. Probably sounds very funny. Dang it, I don't remember where the echoes were. probably up here, actually. I think it's roughly like a 16th note delay or something like that. So I'll probably get like 67. I'm glad you got your second win on NASCAR 25. I'm glad you've been enjoying that game in general. I might even like bump it up a little bit higher. Sick, Talladega. That should be a good organ, I think. Yeah. Also, can I just say that snare is killer? Well, thank you. I think so too. I was a little bit worried that it might sound a little bit too Saint Anger-y, but I think it really works in the mix here. Actually came from my Ensoniq synth, which actually I should get it on record here. I should get it on record that the synth that I'm talking about, the Ensoniq SQR, is the rack mount version of a keyboard that my dad used to have. So like I literally have the same like synth engine that I played with as a child, and getting this in my arsenal like brought back so many memories when I was playing through the presets not that long ago. It still sounds really good, especially this snare. Yeah, like there's a lot of good sounding samples in it. The piano on it doesn't sound that great, to be honest, but like I've got plenty of other synths with plenty of good pianos. In fact, I was just using like the Korg Kronos, basically, piano that Jordan Rudess uses nowadays. Babe making music while fighting in the alley. Seb, you're so weird, and I love you. Okay, I think I actually wanted to get the organ in here now, so I think I'm going to start on that. That I thankfully did put into its own stem here, so that's good. Okay, so it just starts from B, it sounds like. As long as you don't use the snare in a thrashy sense, it sounds great, yeah. That is true, that is true. I think it definitely works better for the slower type of rock that I'm doing. I should probably have the drums on just to keep time. Oop. Actually, I should really put some more texture on this one, I think. Nope, that's not what I want. I need to get the... Okay, here, actually, I can just add stuff onto the beginning here. There we go. I loop that part. That's what I want. Okay, that's actually not quite what I want. That doesn't sound great. Much better. Okay, I get the tremolo and I get the smooth fade out. Actually, I'm definitely not going to have it at max volume, so I should probably just, like... I think maybe if I put it at B, they'll be fine. There we go. All right, and then I'll just copy paste this one here. Geez, that wasn't what I meant. Okay. I think that's a bit of a better tremolo there. It's closer to the original organ sample. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I want to find like a good I've basically only got like one FM channel open for like those synth brass stabs in the original song, so I'm hoping I can find a good fifth brass. I need to see if I can find a good fifth brass patch. I probably saved one from somebody at some point. I don't remember whether or not Kenichi Arakawa has run. Probably not. I don't think he dabbled in this stuff too much. Funk guitar interval? Not really what I'm looking for, unfortunately. Brass. Is it? Nah. Maybe Ryu Takami? He might have. Brass interval. There we go. There's something. That's okay. I feel like I could do better. Actually, maybe I should go for the hold on. Maybe I should go for the one from Gauntlet 4. Problem is, like, that one's like more orchestral, and I'm looking for like a poppy synth bass. So I don't want to go too like reverby or grand, you know? I just hope it'll work out, because like sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. I don't think Osamu Ishikawa did it either, but I'm gonna check. It's worth it, I think. Okay, it just selected an instrument and I didn't even get to see which one it was. Let's see. Bass strings, brass. Yeah, no, I don't think he has anything in here that I would need. Yeah, no, nothing for that. Keishio Now didn't really do that much either. So, I don't know, kind of... Maybe, I think Sano might have done it once or twice. Yeah, no, that's not really... Those aren't really what I'm looking for either. Dang, dude. Also, man, my file browser's lagging like crazy. It doesn't usually do it like this. could have sworn there was like there's some composer that used like fifth brass not that long ago that I remember seeing an example of them using it, but I cannot recall it for the life of me. Sorry, I don't know if this would be under... I'm gonna at least put the oh, actually wait, there's actually a much better option that I would have for something like that. Here. A little bit of furnace sacrilege. I'm opening Devil Mask instruments in this. Just because I don't have the I don't have Yuzo Koshiro's Mucom 88 library migrated over yet. I think that there's a fifth brass thing in here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Okay, and then probably... I think it might have been under synth brass that I labeled it. No, I didn't do that? Oh, wait, no, I did. Not what I need here. Is that what I labeled it as? That's not what that sounds like. Is it under octave brace? Here, I'm just gonna alter this one. I don't need like the insane chorusing that going up that high usually causes, so yeah. Whoops. I had to go back further. Whoops. Oh, okay, I know why these aren't, super loud right now. Because they're, yeah, I put them down at 10 TL, silly me. Alright, that's better. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, I don't need to define the volume like every single note. That seems a little bit excessive. I'd actually bump the volume up a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a placeholder brass. I need something a little bit better. Sounds okay. I definitely need to replace that with something better. Wait. Oh, I kind of forgot that Tempest 2000 had a port on AdLib. Yeah, this is not exactly what I'm looking for, though. Actually, you know what? I had a thought. I think I might turn to Capcom for this one, because I think they have, yeah, some of like their later era CPS1 titles actually might have some synth brasses that might sound good in this context. Let me try Street Fighter Alpha for CP Changer. Wait, no, not that one. Not that one. Dang, I thought that one might work. That one's not exactly what I'm hoping for. Okay, let me try Mega Man. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I think that had some pretty decent brass in it. I could see that one working. I might try that later, but I'm just gonna put that to the side for now. All right. I put that way too far ahead. Hmm. Oop, I did not mean to open that. Oh well, it's fine. What did I have that? Okay, it was at 66F. All right. Okay. So yeah, it starts out on the right. And it keeps on ping-ponging back and forth. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably also increment these ones since I am going to be having the PSG also play a backing part for the synth brass in this first section here. Should be good, I think. Maybe I'll keep those at B, actually. Man, hard to believe I've been going at this for nearly 4 hours. I guess not this one track, but, you know, just doing the music stream. Holy cow. I think I might actually call it soon on this one. But I mean, hey, I'm already like, I want to say I'm probably like 70% of the way done with this already. Which is not bad. Considering. And then, yeah, I still got a lot of work to do as far as, like, replacing some of these placeholder sounds, but, so far, this is what I got. Yeah, made a lot of good progress, but I think now is about the point where I should probably call it. I'm willing to bet I'm going to be getting very hungry soon. But yeah, regardless, thank y'all very much for joining me on this one. Thanks for being such a good captive audience, I guess. Or I mean, you know, if you were doing other things in the background while I was working on this, sounds good. That's all right too. No worries. But yeah, look forward to hopefully much more productive streams in the future. Yeah, thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke, for showing up. Thank you, Seb, for showing up. Thank you, Sabinian, for showing up. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate every single one of you who comes by and gives a little, just a little bit of your time to little old me. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get myself some sliders now. So I hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Till next time.